Fruits, vegetables, and locally made dishes were on display at this year's World Food Day celebrations held at the Hillsborough Vendors Market, which was celebrated under the theme Our Nation, Our Future, a Zero Hunger World by 2030 is possible. Benson Patrice, Senior Agricultural Officer in the Ministry of Carriacou and Pittimatic Affairs and the local government, notes we are a resilient people, pointing to a research by the FAO and United Nations, which showed the world has been more poorer and hungrier over the past 3 years.
Have shown, and all the indicators are telling us, that since the Zero Hunger Initiative started a few years ago, we realize that in an inadvertent way, the dial is moving in the wrong direction. As a matter of fact, over the past 3 years, after the FAO and the United Nations have been monitoring it, we've been poorer and more hungry over the past 3 years. That's why I call it bittersweet, because we're talking about all sorts of millennium goals and goals that as nations we should try to reach and adhere to curb the problem of poverty and starvation. But instead we see the reverse happening. Many factors could contribute to that, but I believe we are a resilient people. I believe that the theme of our World Food Day celebration today speaks particularly to who we are, persons of the soil. And if any part of the world not going to go hungry, it is Carriacou, because we know how to work the land and we know how to feed ourselves. So if the trend is going in a certain direction globally, we can reverse that and let it go in a positive direction for us. On this note,
Acting Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Carriacou and Pittimatic Affairs, Rolda Kwamina, delivered the World Food Day message from the Director General of the Food and Agriculture Organization.
A critical moment for the fight against hunger and malnutrition. It is now 3 years that hunger continues to increase. We are returning to levels from a decade ago. Nearly 820 million people were undernourished in 2017, according to the latest state of food security in the World Report. Conflict, extreme weather events linked to climate change, and economic slowdown are reversing progress made in the fight against hunger. At the same time, overweight and obesity levels are rapidly increasing. It is the moment to redouble efforts to achieve the global goal of zero hunger.
Honorable Kendra Maturin Stewart, Minister for Carriacou and Pittimatic Affairs and the local government, notes various programs are being embarked upon to once again make agriculture the backbone of our economy.
Can we look today and be proud of our strides in agriculture? Can we say that we are truly achieving food and nutrition security, let alone eradicating poverty in our nation and our world? At present, this government, my government, your government, is embarking upon projects and programs that will enable agriculture to once again become the backbone of our economy. Like other sectors, agriculture is not at the level that we would all like it to be. Nonetheless, it is one of our priority areas of government, and our midterm strategic agenda focuses on particularly youth in agriculture, beginning at the primary school level, and the Climate Smart Agriculture and Rural Enterprise Program, SAIP.
At the celebrations, persons were presented with awards for their contribution to the various sectors. Wayne Abraham was awarded for being the most outstanding crop farmer. Sebastian Antoine Steele was awarded as being the most outstanding junior livestock farmer. Damian Frederick of Pittimartinique and Michael Bethel of Windward were awarded for their contributions made in the area of fishing. The poetry competition was won by Andrew Alexis of the Leicester Rosary School. World Food Day is an opportunity for Zero Hunger leaders and key global players to remind the world that zero hunger is still possible if they can come together and take account of lessons learned, best practices, and all evidence available. The campaign will raise the alarm over the recently increased hunger figures and call on countries and other stakeholders to get back on track.